that's what happened to Zuko's mother. Ahem! Oh, hello. What are you doing? I'm reading. This is a very engaging read. Yeah, I could see that. But you know you're supposed to be talking about demo reel, right? Huh? Demo reel. The short-lived series Doug Walker made back in 2012 when he quit doing the Nostalgia Critic. Oh, that demo reel. Right. Yeah. Well, I wish I could, but I have a lot of things on my plate right now. I have to finish reading this, and then I have to go shopping, just look at all that stuff I have to buy. No. Excuse me? You won't be doing any of that. You're going to talk about demo reel, and you're going to talk about it right now. But the book, and the shopping. I don't care. Put the book down and talk about the damn show. Please don't make me do this. You have to do it. You have no idea how bad this is. I don't give a crap. It starts off mediocre at best, but then it just spirals into a boring, nonsensical, depressing pile of just do it. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Thank you. But if I'm going to be forced to talk about this mess of a series, I'm going to need a lot of encouragement, if you know what I mean. Oh, trust me, I am way ahead of you. What the hell? What happened to my... Oh, that's right. I played the Stephen King drinking game last week. Ooh, did someone say the Stephen King drinking game? Sir, could you please calm down? I cannot help you if you panic. For the last time, sir, it is not invisible gremlins. Look, just buy some Wilkins coffee and he'll leave you alone. I'm not sure where you can get it. Try eBay? I mean, if Brad Jones can buy a box of Batman cereal for $19.89 and try to poison his friends with it, then I'm sure you could buy Wilkins coffee there. Okay, thank you, bye! I have got to open my jewelry store. Oh, hey Billy, what's up? Oh, hey. I just bought this new game today and I was wondering if you would like to try it out with me. Maybe later, I'm kind of busy at the moment, you know. Oh, that's right, I forgot you were doing that tribute video for that guy with the glasses you're always watching. I'm sorry. Nah, no worries. So, what's your latest video about? Demo reel. Oh. I thought you were going to skip that one. Well, I was going to, but my, I guess, friend convinced me not to. Oh, hello there. Hi? Well, guess I'll get going then. Good luck. Thanks.
Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat, nostalgia week.
Hello, Billy 2 Witch Investigations. How can I help you? Hello, Joey. Yes, I remember your retarder. Yes, I know. You think it's in the top percentage of all retarders. Because you call me every day to tell me about it. Sometimes I really regret giving you my number. Who is that? What do you mean? That was Billy. Who's Billy? Why are you acting like you've never seen her before? Billy's been around since the first video. No, she hasn't. Pretty sure she has. No, she... I need a drink. Okay. So, just what is Demo Reel about anyway?
3 online performers, 2 male, 1 female, remake movies with the help of a German cameraman and Irish immigrant.
And what was most people's reaction to it? Yeah, that pretty much sums up how I feel, and as much as I would like to end the video here, I can't. You see, in order to fully explain why I feel the way I do, I have to go through the whole series one episode at a time. So, let's get this over with and finally start this thing.
Hey guys, Doug Walker here. Welcome to the premiere of Demo Reel. Just wanted to give you a little information about the show and how it's going to work. Unlike Nostalgia Critic that was every 1 week, this is going to be every 2 weeks because it takes a little bit more time because it's more than just a guy in front of a white wall. So it is going to be every 2 weeks. However, every other week there's always going to be something Demo Reel related, whether it be a short or a trailer for the next one. There's always going to be something.
Yeah, I think this clip would serve as a more fitting intro.
We made it. We're sorry. We're just gonna get through it as quickly as possible.
We then cut to scary Philadelphia, where we see a man talking to a young child in bed.
So cool. It's been a rough day, hasn't it?
Yes, Dr. Bruce Willis.
And now you're gonna tell me your dirty little secret, aren't you?
Yes.
And what is your dirty little secret?
I see dead people.
That sounds familiar. Where have we heard that before? Oh yeah, Pokemon!
So the child claims he often sees ghosts, such as Beetlejuice,
I'm the ghost with the most, baby.
Casper,
I'm the friendliest ghost to ever!
Eat your soul.
Timing!
and Bill Cosby?
Oh my god, Ghost Dad!
That's right. Now, how about a gentle pudding pop from the fiery depths of hell?
Okay, let's just keep in mind that Demo Reel was made before certain things about Bill Cosby were known. So, there's clearly something strange going on in this neighborhood. Who are they gonna call?
Who are you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
Who are you?
Ghostbusters! Chicago division.
But we're in Philadelphia.
We're branching out. Alright, Ghost, prepare to die! Again!
You can't do this to me. I gave you Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Okay, that line did make me laugh.
Fire!
Hey, can I try? Oh, get him too. He's a ghost.
What?
Boys eat ghosts and that's the most of it, and they're scary too. This is your good old friend Randy saying boo.
Why the Randy Newman parody? What does he have to do with the Sixth Sense? We're then introduced to the main characters of the series. The founder and director of Demo Reel, Donnie Dupre, writer and actor Tacoma Narrows, lead actress Rebecca Stoney,
My name is Rebecca Stone. That's Stone, not Stoney. The accent is silent.
whatever, the cameraman Carl Copenhagen, and his assistant Quinn no last name. No, really, Quinn is the only main character to not be given a last name. I've complained about how dumb that is and how there was really no point in doing it. But trust me, there are far more dumber things that happen in this series, so I feel it's in everyone's best interest if we just move on.
What is Demo Reel? Well, how do I put it? You got movies, old and new, low budget and big budget, appealing to all sorts of different audiences. And as great as all these movies are, in all humbleness, we can do it better. And I don't think I'm being too selfish when I say that. Our goal, to reach an audience so large that Hollywood would have no choice but to offer us a chance to make our very own motion picture. With Rebecca Stone, Tacoma Narrows, Carl Copenhagen, and the rest, we want to make our incredibly humble goal of fame, fortune, and riches beyond our wildest dreams come true. For you!
Well, now that we've established who all the characters are, as well as their completely realistic goals in life, what's gonna happen next?
So I feel for the next one we should do something supernatural. Tacoma, what do you got?
Well, I was thinking Wuthering Heights. There's a lot of atmosphere as well as ghosts in the movie, and it'll give us a chance to really dive into the psychological.
Hey! Or Batman.
Oh, Batman would be awesome.
Yeah, let's do Batman.
So, which of the Batman movies were you thinking about doing?
Well, I don't like to think small.
Big shock.
So, I was thinking about doing the Christopher Nolan movies.
Which one?
All of them.
Yeah, just one question. Can we go with the Harvey Dent from the first Burton Batman? You know, the one played by Billy D. Williams? I kind of feel like he got the shaft. You know, replacing a charismatic black man with that Texas tool from The Fugitive.
Oh, I see. Seeing what would happen if you have Billy D. Williams play Two-Face.
Exactly.
Okay, alright, I like that. I like that a lot.
Fan fiction reference.
You know what I would do if I were him?
Get your ass kicked.
Hey, I know a few moves. I've been taking karate down at the mall for years.
Mall karate. Well, maybe they'll figure out how to put a white belt on the bat signal.
Bruce smiles and condescendingly pats Dick on the shoulder before motioning to Alfred. The two hurriedly leave the room. Young Grayson stirs his cereal and grumbles to himself.
White belt. Pfft, it's a black belt. Jerk.
Really? That's the clip you play? What? I thought it was a cute moment. No, I suppose I could have just played a clip from the NC review of Batman Forever instead.
Batman drives to the Second Bank of Gotham in Chinatown? As a crime boss named Two-Face, played by Tommy Lee Jones instead of Billy D. Williams.
Only the finest of art forms remedy this.
You know, I love the Italian mobster in that.
Ah yes, the Italian mobster. We'll get to that in a bit. Oh wow, the title of the movie is the title of the episode. That's so clever. So, after a brief and quite frankly pointless flashback to Bruce's childhood, we then cut to 20 years later where grown-up Bruce talks to Alfred about his plans to be a superhero.
This calls for a costume change.
Like what?
Something terrifying. All right, Alfred, you can turn around now. Terrifying, isn't it?
Mario? Why Mario?
He's an Italian plumber who steps on turtles. That's rude. And then he kicks them out of their shell, takes their home, and bludgeons them to death with it? Man's a psychotic.
Good point, I guess. We then cut to him dressed as...
I am a creature of the night.
Waldo? You're afraid of Waldo?
Nobody can find him. Even with his red and white striped shirt, he always appears to blend in.
Okay.
He also dresses up as Spider-Man, a banana, and Santa Christ?
Look out, on a housing market correction.
Though to be fair, that is a very sexy chart. Get out of here! Go!
Ooh, I'm a spooky witch.
Hey! Not all witches are spooky. I'm offended. You again? Billy? I thought you left. Yeah, about that. Do you mind if I hang out here for a little while? I can't go back home just yet. Why? What's wrong? Well, the AI and the security system of my place are kind of on a date right now, and I know if I stay, I'll just end up feeling like a third wheel. Sure, that's fine. Stay as long as you like. Oh, thanks. Maybe I can test out my new lights while I'm here. Does that box say Tetris lights? Well, I have to have something to put in these storage boxes. I take it you're a fan of that game, then. Game? Tetris. It's a game. Never heard of it.
Hey, Rebecca. Can I ask you something?
Yeah, what?
Well, I don't know really how to ask this.
What is it?
Well, as a white person, does this offend you? I mean, am I crossing any boundaries or anything? Because...
What do you mean?
Yes. What do you mean?
I just feel kind of weird dressing up in whiteface in front of a bunch of white people.
Okay. Where do I begin to talk about this mountain of not making sense?
Yeah, he's right. This makes no sense. First of all, this line is incredibly ironic given what Malcolm would do in at least 2 NC reviews.
mostly a white guy, and a very annoying one at that.
I'll tell you right after I finish mugging for the camera.
Okay, I never thought I'd have to use this.
Excuse me, sir. I was wondering if you saw a black person come through here.
Why, no, good sir. I was just walking through reading my James Patterson novel and listening to Wrecking Ball.
It's a good song.
Of course it is.
Second, clown makeup doesn't equal whiteface. It just makes you look more like a clown. Third, Tacoma also plays Alfred, who was played by Michael Caine in the Nolan films, and he's very clearly doing an impression of Caine during his scenes. So I don't really understand why Tacoma is so hesitant to be the Joker, but seems perfectly fine playing Alfred. He also plays Bane later on in this too.
If it makes you feel any better, we did just cast you as a cream of wheat making servant who always sides with his rich white master no matter how insane he is.
Yeah, what she said.
You know what, you're right. You crackers had it coming.
That's racist.
We then showed them filming the scenes where Batman interrogates the Joker and then later sees Harvey dead while Rachel dies. The character, not the actress.
How come they never update the street names?
Look at this. This used to be 88th and now it's the Reagan Parkway.
Isn't there any other landmark that points us in the right direction?
Oh, there it is!
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Half of the Demo Reel episodes have been split into 2 parts. Why was it done, you may ask?
Cheese!
So the second half of this episode begins with them remaking the last film of the Batman Nolan trilogy, The Dark Knight Rises.
Now, let us prepare, for the gathering of all of Gotham's supervillains is about to begin. Of course!
Of course!
No! Absolutely not! This is an abomination!
What are they arguing about?
Apparently we're getting close to the scene where we reveal all the supervillains together, but I guess Tacoma and Donnie have a disagreement about how we're going to do it.
It's the stupidest idea I've ever heard! We're not doing the supervillain shuffle!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I am Ra's al Ghul, and I'm here to say no inflection in your voice is A-OK. With the leak of shadows, I'll make Gotham fall. I have several identities, all of them dull.
I am Harvey Dent, and my face is bent. My evil motivation makes little sense. I was a nice guy, but now I'm deranged, determining my future on the back of change. My attitude can turn on the flip of a dime. Boy, I tell you, this deal's getting worse all the time.
I am Dr. Crane, totally insane, and I only have a few lines in the movie, so next.
Now this is a story all about how my frown got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, don't go too far. I'm gonna tell you a little story about how I got these scars. My daddy was a drinker. My wife, she liked to gamble. My dog's a plastic surgeon. Please stop me if I ramble. My plans are so detailed, it's like I see into the future. I'm a ball-busting, bat-bashing, gangster money moocher.
Word! That was heinous.
Boo! Bring on Dazzler!
Ugh, never mind music. I now hate sound.
Boo! Major boo!
Well, that was something. However, what follows is a really funny line from Tacoma that almost makes sitting through the supervillain shuffle worth it.
I quit.
Well, can you blame him? Especially since his singing as the Joker has so obviously had Doug's voice dubbed over it. Pretty sure he's also the voice of Bane here too. It's explained at the end that Donnie forgot to record Tacoma's dialogue as Bane and the Joker. It's never explained how he forgot to record Tacoma. He managed to get everything else. As much obvious, his massive ego couldn't handle the fact that there was someone out there better than him, so he shoved his voice on top of his to make himself feel better. Wait, I'm confused. Do you mean Donnie has the massive ego or Doug Walker has the massive ego? Yes. To which one? Yes. Anyway, Donnie is able to talk Tacoma out of quitting if he agrees to change the ending.
I'll tell you what. If you let me rewrite the ending, I'll come back.
Why? What's wrong with my ending?
Batman should not be an alien from the planet Zeist.
All right. How about go along with your ending? Let's do it.
Let's do it.
First thing we gotta do is just do the climax.
Donnie? What is this?
That's the wig for the little boy singing the national anthem.
A wig? Because I don't see hair. It looks like somebody left a swim cap on the stove.
Did you know that's how I did it? It's gonna look great on camera.
There is no way I am wearing. Oh, say.
You know, the whole person saying they're not going to do something, then it cut to them immediately doing that same thing, is not as funny as you think it is. So the climax of the film becomes so convoluted and being complicated that a flowchart is needed to make sense of it.
David Bowie was awesome, though.
David Bowie was in there?
I think you gotta look at it backwards to see it.
Backwards? But it's so obviously been written upside down! In order to read it backwards, you would have had to read it in the mirror. But you didn't do that! You all literally turned your heads around in order to read it! Whatever, let's just get to the end.
So tell me about this ending you really, really want to do.
Well, it's always bothered me. At the end, Alfred looks up and he sees something. Then Nolan just gives it away. We actually see Bruce Wayne and Selina together. We don't need that. It should be ambiguous. You know, Alfred looks up. He smiles. What does Alfred see? We hold that shot and the audience just keeps guessing the whole time. You know, it's more powerful that way.
Wait, wasn't that something Doug said in his end-scene review of The Dark Knight Rises?
It'd be so good if it was left open. Did he see him? Did he not? Was Selina there? Was someone else he found there? Your imagination and your interpretation of the characters would fill in the blank.
Huh. Anyway, Tacoma is concerned when he sees that dialogue has been added to the final scene.
Wait, there's dialogue?
Oh, it's nothing much. We can cue card it. Just that spontaneity, mind inside the stuff you like.
But it's still my idea.
Oh, yeah. No, it's still your idea. I promise you, you never see what Alfred sees.
Okay, good.
Okay, let's see what this ending's like.
Why, Master Wayne, I can't believe it's you sitting right there across from me, and with Selina Kyle. Who would have thunk it? You two free and together at last. Oh, happy day. Wait. Motherfucker!
Yeah, he's right. That was a lot better.
And that was the first episode of Demo Reel. It's fine. It introduced the characters in a satisfactory way, and it got a few chuckles out of me. It's a perfectly serviceable pilot. And now we move on to episode 3. Yes, 3, not 2. I'll explain why later on. So after a rather meh parody of the movie Taken, everyone talks about what they plan to do for Thanksgiving.
So anyway, we got Thanksgiving coming up. Now, in honor of the occasion, I was thinking something that was timeless, classic, and a little nostalgic. Let's say Wreck-It Ralph.
Hey, let's say no.
What? Why not?
It's Thanksgiving, Donnie.
So?
We have a life.
We're tired. We could use the day off.
Oh, and what are you gonna do on Thanksgiving?
Stuff.
And you?
More stuff.
You guys don't have anything planned, do you?
I tell you what, if we can't find something else to do, then we'll do it. But that's not a guarantee.
And we will find something to do.
Yeah, long story short, their attempts to make plans don't work because their families seem to hate them, meaning they're all stuck at the studio. Well, just to Koba and Rebecca, we don't know if Carl or Quinn ever had anything planned. Maybe they did, but we never see them try to contact their families, so I can't say for sure. Just before filming, Takoba talks to Rebecca about his past as an investigative journalist.
My dad was into sports medical equipment. They called him the Jockstrap King.
Did you work for him?
For a while. You see, the thing is, I was an investigative journalist.
Really?
Oh yeah, fresh out of college, I won my first Pulitzer. Exposed one of the biggest Ponzi schemes in the Pacific Northwest. Even sent the ringleader to jail.
Your father must be so proud.
My father was the ringleader.
Oh.
Yeah. Apparently the world of jockstraps is a seedy den of sin and corruption.
Okay, cool. What does that add?
Not much the more I think about it. The most we get out of this is him doing some Google searches later on. And I hate to break it to ya, but you don't need to be an investigative journalist in order to do Google searches. Also, why did his mother not know who he was when he called her earlier?
Hey, Mom. No, it's me. No, the other one. That's your cousin. Sister. Niece. Dog.
I find it hard to believe that she would forget about the son that sent her husband to prison. If she refused to acknowledge his existence, then that would make more sense. Say if after he says hello, the line goes dead. Then when he tries calling her back to explain what happened, he's told that the line went dead because she hung up on him. Then she immediately hangs up on him again. Or if not that, then maybe he tries calling her several times to no avail. And he says something like, I see Mom still hasn't unblocked my number. Wouldn't that be more fitting? I guess she could have been pretending not to know him, but I don't really buy that. Anyway, when Rebecca says she doesn't feel up to filming due to being so tired, Carl gives her a special brew designed to perk her up.
So, what's in it?
Imported Turkish coffee, 3 Red Bulls, ein pound of sugar, and my secret weapon, Luftwaffe lozenges.
What?
Methamphetamines.
What? How many did you put in there?
Enough.
And perk her up it does.
What are you guys standing around for? Let's shoot this fucker! Why are you guys talking to me over here when I'm already over there? I'm just a glitch. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. You're just a mistake, a hack, a bug in our perfect little world. You don't belong here. That's not fair. You need work. I need work. You need work. Not as much as you. Stop it. Work. Hello, sweetie. What have you done with your life? Shut up, Mom! I can hear the people sing Lost in the Valley of the Night. Your words become colors when they leave your lips.
So you were never married?
Of course not, because you never liked anyone I brought home. Admit it!
Who are you talking to?
Admit it! I'm so excited! I'm so
Fan-fucking-tastic! Oh my god!
Yeah, Rachel's hyperactive performance here is definitely the best part of this episode. Oh, I should probably mention, there's also a subplot about Donnie wanting an angry bird for the movie, so rather than just buy a toy bird or even a bird costume, he has Carl import the turkey from Transylvania. At some point the bird escapes, so Carl and Quinn try to hunt it down. And then middle, and the bird poops on his face.
What happened? He shat on me. Poop!
It's revealed that anyone who encounters the bird becomes infected with vampiric bird flu.
Okay.
And one by one, everyone either becomes sick or incapacitated in some manner, leaving Donnie the only one left to finish the movie.
So, the mastermind behind the whole video game takeover was...
Satellite, it's me, Mario.
What are we gonna do, Felix? I don't know. What are we gonna do, Glitch?
I don't know. What are we gonna do, Commander Lady?
I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're... just die. Where's the Tylenol?
So Donnie finishes filming the movie, Rebecca kills the turkey, Everyone eats TV dinners as a Thanksgiving meal, and all those who were infected with the vampire bird flu become better almost immediately without being given any sort of medicine whatsoever. The end.
It'll be fine. Just give us 6 weeks.
Oh.
Greetings, Internet. I am the leader of SWAG, the Swede Actors Guild. We specialize in remaking movies inspired by the cinematic, not blockbuster, Be Kind, Rewind. I come here not to reward, but to punish an organization that has threatened our very existence. Demo Reel. These hacks, led by one, Donnie Dupre, represent a grave threat to the guild. Besides being really sucky, even by our standards, they have continued to thumb their noses at us. Hacks like these give us a bad name. They cheapen the very cheap foundations on which our art is based. That is why you must heed my warning. Avoid Demo Reel at all costs and destroy Donnie Dupre. That is all.
That's why I completely forgot. There's an ongoing side story in this series about a group of Swedish filmmakers named Swag who are upset with the Demo Reel crew for remaking movies because they were doing it first. Or some nonsense like that, I don't know. To be completely honest, this side story doesn't really interest me at all. I find it to be extremely unnecessary. But hey, that's just my personal opinion. It's also my personal opinion that episode 4 Demo Reel is one of the worst videos Doug Walker has ever made.
Really?
Oh, I'm serious. For me, it's right up there with Melvin Robert the Joker, Emo Jones, that horrible Let's Play of that Simpsons game, and that one clipless review that I hate with every fibre of my being. It's a shame because the episode doesn't start off too bad. The Skyfall parody is pretty funny, and there's a line from Carl soon after that made me laugh really hard.
What are you two trying to tell me?
Donnie,
we,
Ugh, mein Gott in Himmel, sehr saying you suck. That was the peak! Think about that.
But pretty soon the cracks start to show. Donnie plans for everyone to go to an anime convention so they can remake Lost in Translation net. However, everyone has started to have second thoughts about being a part of Demo Reel and are thinking about quitting.
Oh no, so terrible.
So, why is everyone having second thoughts?
Donnie, how do I put this? We're the laughingstock of the internet. The fact that most people don't even know who we are is probably the only thing we've got going for ourselves right now.
If their reputation is so bad, then how were they able to get the Chicago Ghostbusters to be in their video? And how were they able to get the attention of Swag in the first place? They also point out how they appear to be mocking movies as opposed to improving them. They are only just realizing this now. Yep.
You know, ever since I was a kid, I always dreamt about making movies better.
And you're destroying them. We're not making them fun. We're making fun of them. You're killing the very things that you love.
Yeah, well, maybe they had it coming.
They? What are you talking about?
You're the investigative journalist. You figure it out.
Oh, that's not fair. You know he's not very good at that. Why else would he be here?
Okay, that's another funny moment right there. Yeah, so everyone's motivation for wanting to quit is a little weak in my opinion. It's not as if they were being trolled or anything. As far as I'm aware, it's just been generic "you suck" comments. And maybe a bit of spam. It would probably help if we knew how long Demo Reel had been going on for. If, say, they had been doing this for a few months or even years, then it'd be a bit more understandable. But we've only ever seen them make 4 or 5 videos at this point, and it's not made clear how much time has passed between episodes, or if any time has passed at all. It appears they've only been doing this for a few weeks at best, and if that's true, then I don't buy their frustration at all. Doing something like this requires a lot of patience. It takes time to build up a fan base. You don't just suddenly become super popular overnight. You'd think someone like Doug Walker would be aware of that, given his experience being the nostalgia critic. You know, on one of the Q&A streams that Doug does on Twitch, someone had asked him how he responds to troll comments, and I remember his response being that for the most part, I tend to avoid those types of comments, but if he ever does read them, it's usually to laugh at them. Every once in a while, Rob will send him a screenshot of something he saw online. He reads it, has a good laugh, and then goes on with his day. You know why? Because he knows that there are people out there that don't like his work, so he instead focuses on the people who do. It doesn't bother him because he never lets it bother him. How come none of these Demo Real characters inherited that trait? Also, once again, it's just Sokoba and Rebecca saying this. Do Carl and Quinn feel the same way? They never say they do, but they never say they don't either. Why do Sokoba and Rebecca speak for everyone? None of this makes any sense to me. So Donnie leaves to go to the convention, and he takes Carl along with him because he's played by his brother. If Rob had played Tacoma, then Donnie would have taken Tacoma with him. And to quote the NC review of Terminator Genesis and the first viewing video, this is the moment where everything goes downhill. You see, Demo Real has now abandoned its premise about being about a group of people remaking movies, and now instead has the characters' lives become rip-offs, and I mean homages to various films. Why was this done?
Because...
See, even he doesn't know. Now, you'll probably be thinking, Donnie said he was going to the convention to remake Lost in Translation, so he'll probably feel something like he's there. Yeah, about that.
So I'm going to film this movie or what?
What's the point? You hurt Rebecca in Tacoma. Nobody's gonna like it anyway.
As upset as ever stopped you.
I don't know, maybe we should just enjoy the con.
That's it. That is it. They never talk about filming again.
And why am I such a crying pussy all of a sudden?
Yeah, NC has a point there. Donnie gave up much too quickly, in my opinion. Before he was all, oh, don't give up, everyone. Things could only change for the better. But as soon as he gets to the convention, he's all, no one loves our videos. I'll never film anything ever again.
I think I'm miserable.
Well, now, so am I. Thanks for that. So we see Donnie and Carl walk around the con. They look at things. They look at more things. Donnie flirts with the woman in the lift.
Oh, hey, giving me your card already. Nice. Yeah. Oh, it's for a con. Okay. If you want to give me your number, that'd be cool, too. Call me.
Haha. He tries to buy a teddy bear for Carl, but ends up getting punched in the face. Okay, I don't buy that's something Carl would do to Donnie. That's something Rob would do to Doug.
Siblings hate each other.
I could jot down on a unit.
Ow! Well played.
See?
Hi, excuse me. You guys still serving food? Like, can I get an appetizer?
What the hell is this?
Stand-up comedian Uncle Yo!
Oh, thank God, stand-up comedian. Maybe things will finally improve.
To make your poop rocky, do it with pop.
Do you have Guinness on tap?
Got it.
I'll take one.
So you part of this whole thing too?
I could probably ask you the same question. You're the one walking around with Pocky.
That's my latest discovery. Surprisingly addictive.
I think it's more that it gives your hands something to always do. Keeps you busy, you know? Always chewing it a little bit at a time. You don't dress like someone who normally comes to these shows.
I don't normally. I was actually coming here to shoot a remake of Lost in Translation.
What happened with that?
You're looking at the problem.
Or not. Can't really blame that third guy for falling asleep, can you? Hello? Is there anybody who cares? Wake up! Is the movie still on? What? Sorry, I was dreaming about an album I bought recently. An album? But you were just asking about a movie. Never mind. Can you get back to reviewing demo reel, please? But it's so boring. This episode is roughly 35 minutes, so you put both halves together, but it feels as long as Two Volume 3 was. And that was pretty hard to sit through too. The sooner you talk about it, the sooner it'll be over. Fine. So, what else do Donnie and Uncle Yo talk about?
Have you ever heard of slash fix?
Kind of. Is that where they put two people that shouldn't belong together, essentially?
Scully, X Mulder.
You want to know a sad fantasy of mine? I've always dreamt that one day somebody would do a slash pick of me.
So let me get this straight. You've always dreamt that someone would write a slash pic of you and another person, and yet you didn't fully understand what they were until Uncle Yo explained it to you?
Let's just, I can't.
Well, on the plus side, it gives hyper fangirls something to do.
Yeah, I think it's weird. I don't even know if I read it, but I mean, it'd just be flattering to know what's out there. Is there any slash pic of you?
What are you laughing at? Nothing being said here is funny. Now, it should be noted that I haven't actually seen Lost in Translation. The only things I know about it are that it was written and directed by Sofia Coppola, Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson are the main leads, and it ends with Bill Murray whispering something.
Hey, I really think you should read that book, Strings, by Jeremy Scott. He does the narration on that CinemaSins channel. It's about superheroes. I don't know if you can find it here in Tokyo, but when you get back to the States, maybe you should look it up. It's really good.
I bring this up because I'm sure I'm going to be told that I need to have seen the film in order to understand what's going on in this episode. And I'm going to have to disagree about that because there have been plenty of times that Doug has done parodies or homages to various films that I haven't seen, but still found them to be enjoyable. There is nothing to enjoy in this parody. They're not even doing jokes anymore. It's just talking.
You know, I didn't offer you a Pocky, actually. Did you want one? This one will make your poop especially rocky.
Okay, you got the almond one.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of the coconut milk Pocky yet?
There's coconut milk Pocky?
Tastes just like coconut cream.
Blah 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 blah.
Actually, scratch that. It's not just that they're talking. It's more that I don't give a crap what they're talking about.
Like, there are some people who study and micromanage games of Pokemon. Like, when they're running around randomly, they take all the fun out of it when they just make it too complicated.
I don't care. I just don't care. It also doesn't help there's so few jokes in this. There was only one moment during any of the convention scenes where I even thought about laughing.
I'm having a good time.
I'm having a great time learning about stuff that I will never look up later.
There are other attempts at humor, on the other hand.
Now, who's this one dressed up as? I don't recognize this one.
I think he's supposed to be a homeless person.
A homeless person?
Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it?
Oh crap, I completely forgot about the rest of the demo reel crew. Sorry about that. Okay, so Tacoma has gone on to do some Google searches, and I mean research, what with him being an investigative journalist and all, on Donnie to find out why he hates movies so much.
My attempts to unlock a little bit about his past have hit a roadblock. Donnie Dupre does not exist. No birth certificate, no records. Yeah.
Wow, that is suspicious. I mean, it's not like Donnie Dupre could be a screen name or anything. It clearly means that he's been faking his identity this whole time. At some point he gets a call from someone trying to be mysterious and crap.
Hello?
Mr. Narrows.
Yeah?
Do you like remaking movies?
Well,
there's some debate about that, actually.
Have you ever thought about remaking the movie Scream? You could throw in a lot of references to things like Friends, or even Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo, bitch! Wow! At some point, the caller asks about Rebecca, which causes Dakota to be concerned, and he runs off to check on her.
Things have been really weird lately. Donnie's gone off wherever he's at.
Wherever he's at the convention! You were right there when that's when he announced that he was going! Damn it, Tacoma, I thought you were the smart one!
Gee, I wonder if that car that's only 3 feet away is following me.
He gets chased down and approached by some people en masse, but he still manages to get to the studio where Quinn and Rebecca are still hanging out because... reasons.
Oh my god, Tacoma! I think he's been shot! Oh, look at all the blood, it's all sticky and gooey!
Wait a minute.
It tastes like maple syrup. That's it! I wash my hands of this sketch.
No, seriously, that's what happens.
It smells like pancakes.
Swedish pancakes.
They pelted me with it. Said it was a warning.
Those sweet filmmaking bastards.
Rebecca shows that she was approached by one of the masked men earlier.
Hello?
Go to the window.
Okay.
Do you like remaking movies?
Yeah.
Well, not for long. Oh, is that your spine starting to shiver?
Is that your car being towed?
Shit. Just a second. Yo! Hey! I got a handicap sticker!
Lucky. So they decide to come up with a plan of what to do if the masked men come back. A plan that involves guns and alcohol.
You magnificent bastard.
No, we're not doing the Patton clip. He doesn't deserve it.
Oh, firearms and alcohol. There's a safe combination.
Oh, shut the hell up, Tacoma. You're the first one that starts drinking, you hypocritical douche.
Did you guys hear that?
Rebecca?
And then the Buttercream Gang died.
What was that? Okay, I know that clip doesn't really connect to what's going on here. It's just... it's been a while since I've actually seen something funny happen. So... do you feel any better? No, not yet. I think I need to see one more funny clip before continuing.
I have to shoot these guns to save your lives! Batman!
You gotta admit, the guy has some funny line readings. With the guns and the mask. Doesn't he review lamps? That scene makes a lot more sense in context. Are you going to explain the context? Nope. So back to the convention. Uncle Yo shows Donnie around and they hang out together, I guess.
You teach me and I'll teach you Pokemon! Gotta catch them all! Pokemon!
Well, it's hardly worth it, but boo!
Remember in the first episode where they dressed up as Batman villains and sang the Supervillain Shuffle? I missed that. Then they spend the rest of the night drinking in Uncle Yo's hotel room.
And then they bang. Hard.
Okay, I know that the title of this episode specifically states that this is a bromance, but in all honesty, having these two having a full-on sexual affair might have made things just a little bit more interesting. At some point, Donnie decides to call his wife.
Hey, have you ever thought about watching anime?
You mean like Pokemon?
No, like, I mean, yeah, that is anime, but I mean, it is a good anime. You know, I didn't think it existed, but there's actually there's some real good ones out there, and they're actually, some are kind of smart.
Like, what?
Well, okay, there's this one called, Princess Monahikan, I think, And it's pretty much about this wolf girl who's fighting these humans from taking over the rainforest.
That sounds like Captain Planet.
Yeah, I'm just realizing that as I'm saying it. But you know what? It's actually done more subtle. Like, it actually has a real subtle message.
Which is?
Which is save the rainforest.
Save the rainforest.
You know, I'm starting to think that the only reason Dog wrote in that his character was married was so he didn't have to take his wedding ring off. Think about it. Donnie's marriage adds nothing to the series. You could cut this scene, or any of the scenes where he mentions his wife, and miss nothing. It doesn't help that their relationship is so ill-defined. How did they meet? How long have they been married for? Did they spend any time together? The only thing I can think to say about her is that she doesn't appear to like him.
Don't you have a wife? She's with relatives.
Then why are you here?
It was part of the prenup.
And what about your family?
They were part of the prenup too.
That's one big prenup.
Yeah, it was kind of a big family affair. Everybody was invited to talk about it except me. So it doesn't matter. You're the only thing I got, so please.
Hey, honey, it's Donnie.
Donnie, why are you calling?
You know, I just wanted to, check up and stuff, see how things are going without me there.
They're fine as usual.
If she does hate Donnie, then why is she still with him? We know why he's with her. He won't shut up about how he's being supported by her.
Don't make a whole lot of money on it. In fact, you could argue we're losing money. But, you make sacrifices for your art, and that's what counts. Outside of this, I do not have a job, which I know is hard to believe. So I rely on my wife's income. One of the few downsides, of course, to being an online filmmaker is you do have bills to pay. But fortunately, I have my wife's income to help out with that, which I'm sure a lot of people will find fault with.
But I have no idea what the incentive was for her to marry him. She doesn't appear to be getting anything out of it. And was it really worth getting Marlo Wilson of all people to do the voice of this character?
The correct answer is no.
Don't get me wrong, Marlo Wilson's a very talented actress who can do no wrong. But if I were her, I'd be disappointed with how I went from being an evil sorceress who had the power to dredge up hilariously bad footage for the sole purpose of embarrassing someone, to now being a voice on a phone for a character who's so worthless she's just listed as wife in the credits. How hard would it have been to give her a name? You could have called her anything, like Robin, or Erin, or Matilda. You could have named her Matilda. It would have been such a good in-joke. But instead, we're given a 2-minute scene with a character that not only do we know nothing about, but will also never be heard from or referenced ever again.
Oh man, there was such a point in all of that. It was so pointy.
Ugh. I'm gonna have one hell of a hangover tomorrow. So when Uncle Yo falls asleep, Donnie tries to go back to his own room, but Carl won't let him in. Apparently he ditched Donnie and Uncle Yo to go find some women. I'm not sure when exactly he ditched them, but I'm surprised he didn't do it sooner, considering Donnie started ignoring him in favour of Uncle Yo. After that, Donnie goes back to the bar, meets some guy named Igor Raptor, and spends the night with him, I guess. Uncle Yo shows up and... Wait a minute, how did Uncle Yo know he was there? Isn't this Igor Raptor's room? I thought Donnie and Carl were sharing the same room. If Donnie had his own room the whole time, then why didn't he go there instead? And if he and Carl are sharing the room, then where did he and the 3 women go? Forget it, go to the next scene.
I'm really confused. How does this work? Do we talk to
They're in costume, they're in character. They're from Utna, we engage, and we talk to them. If you want, someone will come by with a Diet Coke or something sugary on a plate, and then we leave disappointed.
Are they maids? Because I thought this was a maid cafe.
They don't have to be maids, they're in costume.
Who is filming this? Why are they filming this?
So, what do we
you can talk about?
I mean, you could talk about new friends that you made this weekend. I mean, you could talk about how much of a great Metal Gear awesome time you had last night with your new tall best friend.
Oh no! Uncle Yo is jealous! I feel so sorry for this guy who's only in this episode and is never seen or referenced again afterwards. He's more or less gotten over it the next time you see him too.
This has been another pointless moment.
Let's just wrap this up already. There's a montage of Donnie hanging out with Ego Raptor. That probably should have come before we see them wake up together in the hotel room, but whatever. Donnie runs into Uncle Yo as he's leaving and they say their goodbyes. Then, as Donnie and Carl leave, they run into Uncle Yo again and have a second goodbye scene.
In Lost in Translation, when Bill Murray is whispering to Scarlett Johansson, he's really just telling her where to find a good sushi place.
Already did a joke about the whispering scene. Next.
I'm in Chicago next April.
Look me up, man.
I will. Have a great flight.
You too.
What are you smiling for, you dope? Nothing was accomplished here. They get back to Chicago. Donnie is tricked into getting into the wrong car. He has a gun pulled on him. And the episode finally ends.
Never do that again, for the love of God.
The only explanation I could think of as to why this episode is so terrible is because Doug has an extreme hatred for Lost in Translation and deliberately makes this as boring as he felt the movie was.
One of my personal favorite films is Lost in Translation. I love it. It's just my kind of film where it's very laid back. It has great atmosphere. It's very slow moving, but there's something very comforting about it as well. But there's also kind of a depressing side to it also, and they both really feed into each other. And they're very smart. It's very smart. It's very well written. So absolutely love it.
Huh. You did a terrible job getting that across. Good job, Doug. As now we begin episode 5.
Donnie, if you're seeing this, I just want you to know, I'm sorry. We're both sorry. We didn't know. How could we? But just know, we get it now. We get it. Sort of.
I've got no stake in this.
You know, it's really saying something when I'm much more invested in the relationship between the Nostalgia Critic and his freaking Blu-rays than I am with any of the characters in demo reel. So, we see that the people who kidnapped Donnie at the end of the last episode have dumped him in the middle of the woods along with a camera because the Kool-Aid Man is red? I have no idea. We then cut to the studio where we see Tacoma, Rebecca, and Quinn waking up with no memory of what's happened over the past 3 days. Tacoma gathers all the footage that was recorded during that time, and they all watch it together to discover what happened. We see that Rebecca's scream was caused by this guy, played by the last Angry Geek. Just watch the Batman Forever crossover he did with Doug a few years ago. He had much better chemistry with the Nostalgia Critic cast than he does with any of the demo reel ones. And I certainly don't blame him for that. It's not his fault that the writing and directing sucks. It certainly doesn't help that all the stuff revolving around his character makes no sense. It's never explained why he suddenly showed up at the studio, or why he decided to stay and drink with them. And why did Rebecca scream? He wasn't threatening her in any way. They were all acquaintances. Was it just to get Tacoma and Quinn's attention? I'm sure there were better ways of doing that, you know. Whatever. Let's just see how Donnie's doing.
I don't exactly know what to do. I'm not really a survivalist, but one thing I do know about is film. So I've been saying to myself, what would the Blair Witch Project do?
and then just do the exact opposite of that, because those kids were fucking idiots.
Okay, I will admit, that live reading was pretty funny. However, I still feel so incredibly bitter about being forced to sit through the Lost in Translation episode. So instead of laughing, I'm just gonna play this clip instead.
Yeah, you tried to tell a joke! You get a vast empty void of silence!
And then now you're all thinking, my, that's extremely petty of you. To which my response is, so?
Stupid energy saver! Come on, my fingers are too numb to keep turning it back on!
Hello? Hello? Hey, I'm lost! Can you hear me?
Huh? Oh.
Rebecca, Tacoma, if you can hear this, I want you to give the eulogy at my funeral. No doubt you were the only people concerned when I was missing.
What about Carl and Quinn? Wouldn't they also care that you've gone missing? And what about your wife? Surely she should be on your mind too, right? Unless you know for an absolute fact that she wouldn't give a damn that you're gone. Why would you marry someone like that? Anyway, back to the footage Tacoma, Rebecca, and Quinn are watching.
Oh, for the love of... Could the slasher killer please hurry it up and murder all these people already?
You're a lot more talented than I previously thought.
Yeah, well, I'm not as dumb as you guys all think that I am.
Wait, what did she just say?
I'm not as dumb as you guys all think that I am.
Oh no.
I never said that you were dumb.
I know it, but I can tell. Everybody thinks that about me.
Let me guess. This is going to lead to a long speech about how tough it is to be a woman in the acting industry.
If you're pretty, that's great. If you're dumb, that's even better, because then you don't have an opinion or you don't have an idea of how you want to do the
There's
role.
plenty of actresses who aren't traditionally attractive. Look at Kathy Bates.
Character actress. She plays psychos and smarmy bitches.
How about Judi Dench?
She's British. She could read out of the phone book and it would sound credible.
Alright, Cameron Diaz and Being John Malkovich. They didn't make her look hot in there.
Oh yeah, let's take the hot chick and make her look frumpy. Brilliant! She can get any role she wants. Do you know how many normal, ugly people would kill for that role? But no, let's hand it to the cute one and praise her for being edgy.
Nope! Nope! Nope!
Oh, for the love of... Look, we women do have other personality traits outside of protesting. I know it may not appear that way, given the way we've been portrayed in the media recently, but I assure you it's true. I swear it. We're not so fragile that we need to constantly have strong women shoved in our faces everywhere. And no, that's not to say that I disagree with anything Rebecca is saying, but come on, when every woman in the media is saying stuff like this.
And by the way, the women are always saving the men around here. You might want to think about changing the name to ex-women.
Henchmen, attack!
Hench-women, attack!
Welcome to the Men in Black. The Men in Black? Don't start. I'm working on it.
It can get a little boring after a while, you know?
This is garbage!
It's okay to have a dumb female character in your show. We really don't mind. Tell you what, I'm gonna play a couple of clips that all feature women in some way back to back. And you tell me which one of these conversations you're more interested in.
I'm 23. That means I'm at my midlife crisis. How sad is that?
Yeah, I killed my college roommate. I can't believe you didn't know that. I stabbed her.
Well, see what the big deal is?
I know, right?
I mean, me and Lord Vice slept together. Nothing weird about it.
Exactly. Wait, what?
See? We can be funny. Just let us be funny, damn it. Why do we all have to be sticks in the mud?
Well, on the plus side, it's not like your career's going anywhere anytime soon. So...
What a dick.
As part of his apology to Rebecca, Tacoma acts as the assistant in the Italian Mobster's Magician Act, which explains why he's wearing a dress. After that, they all continue drinking and play Truth or Dare.
Truth or Dare?
Well, the truth's always gotten me in trouble, so why stop there? Truth.
Do you really think we should stop demo reel?
Yes, you should. It's very clear that the series is a lost cause at this point. Tacoma goes to collect milk glasses, and then this happens.
Rebecca! Rebecca, come here!
Tacoma, what is it?
You're not gonna believe this.
Yeah, I don't care. Let's go back to Donnie being lost in the woods.
It's okay. There's no such thing as ghosts. As I keep telling myself, there's no such thing as ghosts. No such thing as ghosts. No such thing as ghosts. No such thing as...
Dead!
No, he gets away somehow. It just suddenly cuts to the next morning. He wants a tree with a note and decides to head north. He tries to find a stream to follow, but doesn't find any water anywhere. After some time, he finds the tree he left the note on, meaning he's just spent most of the day going round in a circle. Well, that was a waste of time.
I realize something now. Life is not a movie. You can try your best, do everything correct, and yet you can still fail. Just get used to it. It's the way things are gonna happen, because you can try your best to do everything right, but in the end you still wake up in the middle of the forest, abandoned and dying to death. Nothing is going to save me right now. I'm just gonna die alone.
Dear God, why is everything in this episode so damn depressing? He hears the laughter again, but as he's running away, he comes across a house. He climbs in through the window, sees a little girl standing in the corner because it's what one of the characters did in the Blair Witch movie, and he's struck from behind. And that's the end of episode 5.
So this is the best friend as a foot?
Oh yeah, Carl. It seems he still exists in this series. Good for him.
What you looking for?
If this tracking device is richtig, and it's very faint, mein Kamerad.
When/why did Carl put a tracking device in Donnie? Did he put tracking devices in the other members of the crew too? So he sets off into the woods despite warnings from whoever the hell this guy is. Don't forget to take that camera with you, Carl.
Donnie! Donnie! Wo bist du?
Donnie. Nein.
Cinematographer's log. Director down. Repeats. Director down.
Ugh. This episode did not need to be split into 2 parts. Not much happens in this. And now we finally come to episode 6. Just a half hour more. Come on, you've gone through us. So what was the thing that Tacoma found? A picture of a young boy!
Oh my! Come again?
Oh yeah, that was that god-awful child actor, Jimmy Boyd. He did that Christmas movie with Arnold.
Jingle Cells.
Yeah, and that space opera. What was it he always used to say?
Whoopee! Yeah, that was awful.
Do you know who this is?
No. Should I? Oh my god!
Why is there a picture of Donnie as a child in the editing room? Who put that there? Speaking of Donnie, we see him waking up in bed with a couple named Adam and Jill and their daughter Liz. Apparently Liz was the girl Donnie kept seeing over and over again in the woods. She was deliberately acting creepy in an attempt to scare him, and she was forced to stand in the corner of the room as punishment for her actions.
Somebody knocked me out! You were an intruder in our house and you were staring at our daughter.
Yeah, he has a point. Donnie soon realizes he can't move much of his body, and he's fed pills that will supposedly help him feel better. However, it seems that the couple appears to recognize him.
Rise and shine, Jimmy.
Oh my god, I haven't heard that name since... Wait, what'd you call me?
Jimmy Boyd! You're Jimmy Boyd!
We know you prefer to go by Donnie Dupree, but a star of your stature should never use a false name.
How do you recognize me?
We've seen your movies like a gadillion times.
Yes, we recognized your bone structure.
My bone structure?
Bone structure? That's incredibly disturbing. I guess that's how Tacoma also recognized him. He was the only one of the three who made the connection immediately. And if he's so recognizable, then how come the few people who did watch their videos never said anything about it in the comment section? Anyway, as the family forced Donnie to watch all his old movies along with them, they can't help but wonder what was going through his mind at the time.
There's like no emotion in your voice. What was going through your head at the time?
Well, my mother killed herself for one.
What?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they didn't talk about that much. They felt it dampened the Christmas spirit, but it happened. And I tried to press on as best as I could under the circumstances. In the end, it doesn't matter, because I gave a bad performance. And in the end, that is everything. I mean, that's enough to judge a person for the rest of his life. For people to shout things across the street and call him names, say he's a horrible person, because I gave a bad performance. I didn't think acting was really anything to be ashamed of. I mean, I didn't seem to be hurting anyone. I loved doing it. It was following in my mother's footsteps. But in the end, no. I gave a bad performance, and I should really, really be sorry for it.
That is so fucking stupid.
Okay. Before I start my rant on this latest revelation, I have to do a bit of a disclaimer here, just in case the things I say are misinterpreted in some way, since the main topic is about dead mothers, and unfortunately, Doug and Rob's mother, Sandra Walker, did pass away some time ago.
As some of you may or may not know, I lost my mother this year, and it was totally out of the blue, was peacefully in her sleep, but I mean, it just came out of nowhere and took us all by surprise.
I have nothing against the actual mother. I never met her, but Doug was always talking about how kind she was and how often she was willing to help other people however she could. I just wish to emphasize that she was still alive when Demaril was being made. She didn't die until 2016. This wasn't done as some sort of tribute to her. In fact, Doug did a far, far superior tribute at the end of the Nutcracker in 3D review. You should go watch that. It's one of Doug's favorite reviews for a reason. All the stuff that happened there made sense. This does it. Think about it. They are trying to say that Donnie was avenging his mother by starting a production company and mocking movies online.
That's a stupid plan!
Downstream is, this makes no sense. There has been nothing to indicate that Donnie has had a personal vendetta against Hollywood this whole time. It was established in the first episode that he was doing this for fame and fortune, not to avenge his mother, who, by the way, has barely been mentioned up till now. And why couldn't he tell his so-called friends this? When they were questioning his motives in episode 4, he was all, "You're the investigative journalist, you figure it out." But seems perfectly fine talking about his mother to some stranger he met in a bar.
Does it run in the family?
My mother was an actress.
So that's a yes.
That's a yes.
Also, let's talk about the whole mocking movies thing. It's been made very clear that so few people actually watch their videos, therefore making it extremely unlikely that anyone from Hollywood would ever actually see his work. And even so, they've only ever been lightly poking fun at movies, not viciously mocking them. The tone of their videos is more or less the same tone as the sketches in the Nostalgia Critic videos. If Donnie had been doing rant videos in the same vein as the Michael Bay rants Doug did in the Pearl Harbor review, but about the Hollywood system, then that would make more sense. But then again, why the hell would you go to the trouble of setting up a production company for your petty revenge? Surely you would want to stay as far away from Hollywood as possible. What exactly is the end game here? Was Donnie expecting an apology? Fat chance! Especially since he doesn't appear to be targeting anyone specifically, he just seems to be going after Hollywood in general. And let's be honest here, do you really think anyone in Hollywood would be swayed by something like this? Also, he was in the middle of filming a movie when his mother died. Did the people in charge not halt production in order to give Donnie some time to grieve? Did they really just force him to continue filming? I can see that it might be possible for something like that to happen, but I will point out, however, that there is a reason why two versions of the Justice League movie exist. And yes, I know the Justice League movies were made a few years after Devil Real, but the point still stands. And if Donnie wasn't forced to finish the movie, then why did he continue acting? He appears to be very resentful of the abuse he got for his performance in the movie.
Can you forgive me? Can you forgive me that my mother died, and because of that, I couldn't give it my all to entertain you? Because I'm really sorry about it. I am. I am so fucking sorry.
Maybe his father was the one who forced him to finish filming. Someone had to be his guardian after his mother's death, after all. In the scene where Tacoma and Rebecca read about what happened to Donnie's mother online, they mentioned that she was divorced. So he was around. Then again, I can't be too sure of that because his father is never mentioned. We're never told what Donnie's relationship with his father is like. Are they close? Are they estranged? Is he even still alive? Maybe he wasn't sent to live with his dad. Maybe he was sent to live with other relatives. I don't know, because Doug and Rob were too lazy to think of those details.
It just raises too many questions.
You cannot convince me that Doug and Rob weren't making up this particular story thread as they went along. I might hate Lost in Translation episode, but this retcon, yes, that's what I'm calling it, is the single thing that I hate the most about this series. Anyway, Liz wakes her parents up to ask whether they have given Donnie his latest dosage. Concerned, they went to where they're keeping him, and they find the room empty. We then cut to Donnie running through the woods as fast as he can in order to get as far away as possible from the crazy family.
You know, the funny thing about muscle relaxers is they have to be taken consistently in order for them to take effect. Especially ones as strong as these.
Or he stays behind to give them a lecture.
You need medicine.
We were just having a little fun.
Fun?
Yeah, we didn't mean anything by it.
You people. You never mean anything by it when you really think about it. It's when you don't think about it that your inner dicks come out.
You took something that was miserable from the past and you just obsessed over it. You turned it into your lives. Well, why can't you think of something that's important, like people or their feelings or just go? Fuck, just go. Make it end. Clearly you're punishing us.
At first I thought this was done as some sort of stalling tactic, like, say, he managed to get hold of the police and he was just waiting for them to arrive, but nope. After Donnie leaves, the family never faces any repercussions for what they did, and they are never seen or heard from again. Yes, Donnie did break into their home, where they were force-feeding him drugs that left him incapable of moving his body, and it was very heavily implied that they had no intention of ever letting him go. Also, it's very convenient and slightly worrying that the family just happened to have very strong muscle relaxers on hand. But then again, they couldn't have been all that strong if they just suddenly stopped working after missing one dosage.
Stay there! Don't follow me! If I see you again, don't look for me.
Well, at least got free camp out of this.
Give me that!
You know, you could have just bought another camera, right? Okay, so what's everyone else up to?
It's the way of things, I guess.
Well, it's the wrong way. All of it. This. We can't let Donnie keep destroying himself.
Well, what do you want to do?
Let's make a movie.
That's what we always do.
No, I mean a real movie. A good movie.
So, your plan is to make a movie for someone who has dedicated a life to mocking movies online.
No one's going to get stabbed in this, are they?
It needs to be big, but small. Dramatic, but relatable. Insatiable, but inflatable.
Slow down, girl.
What was that movie she won the Oscar for?
Blue Patches.
Donnie's mom won an Oscar. Whatever. Let's take a look at the movie they made.
If you want to see her, you can. But don't hold out much hope. Lord knows she hasn't.
I know this face. You've changed.
The world has changed. It's not the same place anymore.
This may be the earliest into a movie that I've wanted to punch Chris in the face.
Okay, in all seriousness, this movie they made isn't too bad. It's not funny, but then again, it's not supposed to be funny. This kind of seriousness I can deal with, not the utterly miserable tone these last 3 episodes had.
Wow. That was really good.
I mean, it was a little cliched at parts, but...
Yeah, but for us?
Oh, that Citizen fucking Kane for us.
You know, they should be impressed with what they've made. After all, they were able to write, film, and edit a movie rather competently during an alcoholic binge that resulted in a 3-day blackout. Seriously, did that not occur to anyone during the filming of this nonsense?
Did anybody turn in a second draft?
No, you didn't. And do you know what makes this even worse? Donnie never sees the movie they made. The leader of that stupid swag company breaks in, takes the SD card the movie is stored on, and destroys it. You dedicated 3 episodes to the stupid side story, and that's how it ends?
Anyway, wait, wasn't there another person? Rebecca, we need an identifiable mugshot!
You think I'd feel better watching Rebecca beat the crap out of the guy who brought this story to an anticlimax? But I don't. I just feel empty.
Batman Beyond, bitch! Wow!
There, that's the punch that makes me feel better. Why is the swag guy here again?
This is your last chance. Give up Demo Reel, or face the consequences.
Like you're really gonna kill us. Not even you're that crazy.
You know, Demo Reel is essentially dead at this point. They could have easily gotten rid of this guy by saying, none of our videos are doing very well. We have no idea where Donnie is. We were literally just debating whether we should even continue doing it. You've more or less gotten your wish. Go away. But no, just let him threaten you, then beat him up. That works too. And then, all of a sudden, Donnie shows up, with no explanation as to how he was able to find his way back to the studio. We don't even know how far he had to walk for the woods to get here. And Donnie's contribution to the scene is that he hits the leader guy, makes a speech about how he's a filmmaker now, and tells him to leave.
So much has not been building up to this!
And there goes another person who did highly illegal things, but will face no legal consequences in doing so.
We hope you've enjoyed No Moral Theater, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, and look, Carl made it back to the studio too.
The hell you cutting back to me for? I don't know why the hell this is happening.
For anyone who was wondering why I haven't talked about what Carl was up to in this episode, that's because there was nothing to show. The last we see of him is when he finds Donnie's hat in the woods. Then he just appears in the studio out of nowhere. Also, no explanation as to how he got there. Seriously, we are told nothing. He's not even holding a camera that he so obviously had when we last saw him, because of course he's not.
Man, this alternate reality can go eat a bag of dicks.
Carl, you came back for me. A good German never leaves a comrade behind. Besides, I have a paycheck.
No, he didn't actually. Him being here means only one or two things. One, that he simply gave up looking for you and just locked out of finding you here. Or two, he's been following you this whole time, meaning he did absolutely nothing when you were being held hostage. The lie would have made more sense if he had been the one to rescue you from the crazy family, but he didn't, so...
This is all I can do. That's all. I have no words. This is the only representation I can give. Feed on it. Feed on it. Let it fester. Let it sink into your contrived, manipulated anus.
So the Demo Real crew are finally reunited. They all go into the kitchen, have a drink of whatever crappy alcohol that wasn't used during the 3-day binge, and raise their glasses to celebrate the new year. Did they just skip Christmas? What do you mean? Well, think about it. There was a Thanksgiving episode, and this episode ends with everyone toasting the new year, and yet there's been no Christmas episode. Call me crazy, but I find it very odd that a man who loves the holiday so much that he's not only written not one but 2 songs about it would not dedicate an entire episode of the show to it. I know that not everyone in the world celebrates Christmas, but there's been no indication that any of these characters would be one of those people. Yeah, that's a good point actually. It was only one very brief mention of Christmas.
He killed our Christmas gift! It was gonna be something special for you.
But other than that, there's been nothing. I wasn't even aware that this episode took place on New Year's Eve until Donnie said Happy New Year at the end. And that doesn't really make sense when you think about it due to the convention episode, since I can't imagine something like that running during the 5-day period in between Christmas and New Year's Eve. Unless the convention was in the middle of December, in which case, how long was Donnie out in the woods for? Well, you know the old saying, there is no heart so black like the black heart of the phony leper. Bye! Do you know what she meant by that? No, I do not.
Being out there for those days made me realize something. You know, bad, strange stuff can consume people, like a certain group of people that I came across. But, the way I see it, you can either be taken over by it, or you can choose to move on with your life. And I can say for sure now that I know what's important, who's important, and why they're important. Shut up! So with that said, here's to good times, good people, and... Happy New Year! Hey!
Fuck all of you!
That was Demo Reel, everybody.
What the hell was that?
What were you thinking? Were you thinking?
And dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow, dishonor on your whole family! Dishonor!
No!
So, you think this would be the end of the video now, right? Well, unfortunately Unfortunately, no, because we still have at least 4 more things to talk about before I start wrapping things up here. The first is the incredibly obvious CinemaSins reference that I forgot to do earlier.
This was a film brought to you by our online production team, Demo Reel.
Roll credits.
There, I did the thing. Now let me contemplate my life's mistakes.
The second is a short video called Demo Reel Annoys Rob Paulson. We see Danny at a convention, a different one than the one he was at in the Lost in Translation episode, where he meets, you guessed it, Rob Paulson.
Could you sing Yakko's World by any chance for me?
You mean the Animaniacs?
Yeah, the Animaniacs, yeah, you know,
Jeez, I don't know about... Oh, God, look at that. It's just...
Oh, really? What the... Son of a bitch! We gotta run her!
Paulson! You will indulge my childish nostalgia!
So Danny chases after him for like a full minute, and then this happens.
So I was not able to get Rob Paulson to do Yakko's World. But, you know, you take the losses and you take the wins. I still plan on taking the win, because this isn't my room. Oh shit, here I go.
God, I appreciate it, but Jesus, just never stops.
Why is he breathing like that?
No one's going, you have to do the song. Man. Are we gonna do the song? We're gonna do the song, Rob Paulson. Are we gonna do the song?
What song?
Yakko's World.
Yeah.
You know the song.
Wait a minute, wait. If I do Yakko's World, you will leave me alone, right?
Does 911 not exist anymore?
But it soon revealed Danny may have gotten him confused with another voice actor.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru.
No.
Republic. You want me to sing the song?
Yeah,
I'm singing the song, dude.
No. Okay, the one, the Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Indianapolis, Indiana, and Columbus is the capital of Ohio.
That's Wacko's America. That's what Jess Harnell sang. It's the same composer, Randy Rogel, but it's about the states and the capitals. I sing about the countries of the world. You mean you put me through all this bullshit for your stupid thing, and you don't even know what song you want from me?
Whatever, just do Leonardo.
I'm Raphael.
Who are you again?
And that's it. The video ends right there.
No, this was a giant waste of time.
Yeah, it kinda is, unfortunately. And just to be clear, I don't blame Rob Paulson for that. After all, this video wasn't his idea, was it? However, 2 things. 1, I'd much rather watch this video 1,000 times over than the Lost in Translation episode any day. And 2, as I was watching this, I kept thinking of a similar video Doug made before this one with Carly there, aka the narrator of Dragon Ball Z. Though in that one, Doug was the one who was running away from the guest star.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Kyle Hebert is an asshole. He will not shut up. He has followed me everywhere throughout this goddamn con, doing this stupid voice. I'm in a panel right now. Look! He will not shut up. He is a fucking little... You're an anus. You're an anus on life. Hey, who would you rather hear? Me or some idiot do the narration for Dragon Ball Z?
Next time on Dragon Ball Z, yo. Keeping it real in the hizzy. Say
I really fucking hate my fans right now. Don't touch me!
And I'm just gonna come out and say it. The Carly Bear video is much funnier than this one. Why? Well, the structure of the Carly Bear video is much better than the Rob Paulson one. I know that sounds a bit strange, let me explain. In the Rob Paulson video, Danny asks him to sing the song Yakko's World. Rob Paulson doesn't even say no, he just immediately jumps to the hey look behind you routine. That's just rude. Then there's a minute-long chase scene, Danny jumps out of the shower, and then the video just ends. In the Carly Bear video, Doug asks him to do his Dragon Ball Z narrator voice. He gladly agrees and does it. Then he just keeps on doing it until Doug becomes concerned and tries to excuse himself. He tries to go about his business at the convention, however Carl keeps following him wherever he goes. Eventually, Doug ends his torture by smothering Carl with a pillow. You see what I mean? The Rob Paulson video is about a request that's more or less ignored, a chase scene, and the twist ending that makes the whole thing completely pointless. Whereas the Carly Bear video is simply about a request that just spirals out of control. It also has a clear beginning, middle, and end. However, the Rob Paulson video just sort of stops. Granted, the ending of the Carly Bear video also has Doug doing something highly illegal. However, in a clever moment, Doug calls the police so he can frame the surprise cameo at the end with the murder. Finally, someone who remembers that 3-digit number. The third thing we have to talk about is... well, remember how earlier on in this video I skipped from episodes 1 to 3? That's because episode 2 is the last episode. And do you know what the weird thing is? This episode is actually pretty funny. No, seriously, there were plenty of moments in this episode that got a legitimate laugh out of me. But, like in episodes 1 and 3, the funniest moments from this came from the movie that the characters were filming, which, in this episode, are the Michael Bay Transformers movies.
Megatron, I have come for the cube. Spawn. Thinking.
But why?
Because I'm evil.
What, that's it?
Yes.
Well, here I thought someone who calls himself a Decepticon would be a little more trustworthy. I guess some robots were just born bad.
Well, I could give the story about how my father whipped me with power lines and the cube is the only thing that can restore the hole in my heart. But somebody didn't want to give me character motivation.
Decepticons stick to the script.
Fine.
So there it is. There's a robot man in the Antarctic. My grandfather was crazy. I'm selling his glasses on eBay. My parents are a bunch of freaks. The jocks all hate me. My last name in English means the beef. But by the end of the film, I will somehow save the universe and bag the hottest chick working in Hollywood.
Congratulations. You've passed Exposition 101.
Alright! This will go great with my A in neurotic yelling!
Autobots, transform. Yes, my Autobots, you are transformed into corpses. That way, if the enemy walks by you, they will think you are dead. But won't they be surprised when they find you are not dead? Isn't that exciting?
Damn it! Launch all missiles at Toys R Us! We gotta keep this thing airtight!
A giant robot!
It's a lamp.
Because I could swear it was a giant robot!
No, you're comic relief! You don't get this stuff yet!
How do I know if this isn't a lamp?
Greetings, parental units of the beef. I am a lamp.
It talks!
Yeah, it's a special kind of lamp from Japan. It's also an alarm clock.
Beep, beep.
Alright, son, I'll believe you for reasons of plot contrivance. Come on, honey, let's go.
For your information, he keeps his marijuana in there.
Alright, mister, let's go.
No, he's not telling the truth!
Lamps don't lie.
No.
Now the marijuana is mine.
But Optimus, aren't there more adventures in store for us?
Listen, kid, I'll spare you the time. You go nuts, I die, there's a 3-hour battle in the desert, I come back, Megatron dies, he comes back. We become America's bitch, you switch girlfriends, there's some crap in the moon, followed by a 4-hour battle in Chicago that ends with Leonard Nimoy quoting Star Trek 2. Still interested?
You know what, I think I'll go back to the Disney Channel.
Get lost, Pipsqueak. As for the rest of you, get ready for Candyland the movie.
However, there were quite a number of scenes with the characters that were pretty funny as well.
Behold, Optimus Prime has arrived.
What's this word, right?
I believe it's the letter Z.
These don't transform.
But they're Transformers.
Yes, you see the problem. You're smart.
Well, what do the instructions say?
Have fun.
If I wanted to do porno again, I would go do porno again. You know, I think that one turns into a boat.
Really? How? It's real professional.
Yay! Rebecca gets to be funny again! See? This is all Demo Reel needed to be. Just a group of people remaking movies and crazy hijinks that happen behind the scenes. What was wrong with just doing this stuff? I think it's a serious problem that I'm surprised that an episode from the show can actually be funny. Now, don't get me wrong, this episode is far from being perfect. For example, the Mission Impossible parody at the beginning isn't all that great. There were a couple of moments that got a slight giggle out of me.
Jean Renault, what are you doing here?
Betraying you, and also protecting Natalie Portman.
I'm gonna be elected queen in a galaxy far, far away.
Don't be ridiculous. Nobody elects queens.
But then there's also moments like this.
Is there anyone else who wants to betray me?
What's up, girlfriends?
Oprah, how could you? After I gave you such ratings by making an ass of myself on your show.
My network's going down the toilet, and I need the money.
Okay.
Then there's also the continuation of the swag nonsense.
You may have fooled those two buffoons you call actors, but we know better. Mark my words, there will be no happy ending for you so long as your remakes continue. This will be your final warning.
Nobody cares!
Thankfully, it only takes up 2 minutes of the episode. The main focus is just on the characters filming the movie. Speaking of the characters, they get a little foreshadowing regarding Takova's situation with his family.
It's a letter to my brother, but it's been returned. With no forwarding address. I guess he moved again.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
The relationship with his family never did get resolved, did it?
What about you, Quinn? Any family?
I'm Irish. You can have any one of my 600 relatives.
Well, I said my line.
No, really, this is the only time Quinn appears in this episode. Nothing against Jim J. Ross, but what was even the point of this character? I forget he's even there most of the time, and I'm pretty sure the other characters forget about him too. Like when Carl went to the convention with Donnie in the Lost in Translation episode. He didn't ask Quinn to go with him, or even tell him to stay behind. He just left pretty much immediately without saying anything to him. Also, the episode ends on this scene.
So, my little friend, why are you writing letters? What did you do? Why must you apologize so? And what will you do if they want to take you back?
Hey Carl, can you turn the camera off? I think I left it on in my office.
Scheiße.
Yeah, this is never followed up on or referenced ever again. This bugs me, but nowhere near as much as all the other stuff that happens in this series, including the fact that this is the last episode. Why was this one lost? Well, I read somewhere online that Doug was never fully satisfied with this episode and decided not to release it. Really? This was the episode he wasn't happy with?
You're an idiot! Well, Carl really enjoyed it, didn't you, Carl?
You did kill a Frenchman, and I like that.
Well, Carl really enjoyed it, didn't you, Carl?
You did kill a Frenchman, and I like that.
The fourth and final thing to talk about is the demo reel finale, The Review Must Go On. Well, I say demo reel finale because that's how the video is labeled on YouTube. But to be honest, the majority of the video is more about Doug debating with himself whether or not to bring the Nostalgia Critic back.
He was never gone!
Interesting point. We'll return to in a moment. I won't lie, this video is pretty damn amazing. But there is one moment in particular that needs to be addressed. You see, during the negotiation scene near the end of the video, this is said.
No more cutoff dates. What? I want to review whatever I want, whenever I want.
But you're the Nostalgia Critic. It's in your name.
I won't review anything currently in theaters. And besides, if you're seeing something after it came out in the cinema, doesn't that technically make it nostalgic?
And he did stick to that rule for the first couple of years of the Nostalgia Critic survival. But then in 2015, he reviewed Jurassic World without still being shown in the cinemas. And the people in the comment section were quick to remind Doug of what was said in the Review Must Go On video. Not just for this, but for all the other Clippers reviews that were made after that point. Yeah, I personally have no issues with this at all. And here are 3 reasons why. 1, it was explained at the beginning of the Jurassic World review why he decided to review it then instead of waiting for it to come to DVD.
Oh, hello. I bet you're wondering why we're reviewing this movie now instead of waiting for it to come to DVD. Well, the answer is quite simple. You see, Hollywood now sees us as a threat.
taking down several of our videos on YouTube because they forgot reviews are part of fair use. Some of these videos have been put back, but others are just seen as too dangerous for your fragile minds to handle. Thus, every single time we've done a Jurassic Park movie, even if we end up praising it, Hollywood has always taken it down.
2. He had talks about the first 3 Michael Bay Transformers movies at this point, and those movies are still in the cinemas when those reviews were released. So even before he made that rule, he had already broken it. 3rd, this isn't the first time Doug has done something like this. The man is constantly breaking his own rules. Constantly. I will not review the 3rd animated Titanic movie, reviewed that in 2016. I only want to talk about complete shorts for Dark Toons, not scenes from movies. Talked about the pink elephant sequence on the original Dumbo. I won't talk about shows that are still ongoing for Disney December, only ones that have concluded their run. Talked about the first season of The Mandalorian. I will only play Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3 for Disney December, and also 4 whenever that's released. I will read about what happens in the other games that were released in between those, but I won't actually play them. Review Birth by Sleep last year. Don't ever ask me to review any of the suckers on this list. I will never, ever review them. Review these 4 things. 5 if you include the part where he said he wouldn't do anything Sonic related and then later did a Sonic OVA. Hell, the scene is in a video in which he is bringing back a character he previously said he was done with. Therefore, I don't see the need to make a fuss about this specific instance. Granted, Doug isn't the only person in the world to say he won't ever do something only to later change his mind about doing it. But the point still stands. Now, I want to make one thing perfectly clear before I conclude things here. I don't hate Demo Reel. I hate certain aspects of it, especially the Lost in Translation episode. I wanted to like this show, I really did. I wasn't going to be immediately dismissive of it just because it had nothing to do with the Nostalgia Critic. There have been many non-NC projects Doug has done that I've enjoyed, like Disney December, Dark Toons, or the Untitled Review Show. I went into this hoping I'd be able to say something like, the show isn't as bad as everyone says it is, it should have been given more of a chance. In fact, this video was originally going to be titled, Was Demo Reel Really That Bad? But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. You know you're doing something wrong when the highlight of the show is someone telling the main character that they suck. Demo Reel is a mess. I wish I didn't feel that way about it, but that's just how my mind works. I cannot get into something if I don't like the story being told. My feelings for the show more or less resemble the feelings Doug has for the Man on the Moon movie. It's not the worst thing ever made, but it could have been so much better. It wouldn't have been so bad if they just stuck to the show's original premise, but the sudden change in tone and the poor integration of all the retcons is what really sank this for me. As stated at the beginning of this video, this show was made during the period of time Doug had decided to end the Nostalgia Critic. And if Doug felt the need to work on something else, then I have no problem with that. But what I can't help but wonder is, why didn't Doug just take a break from the NC instead of quitting outright? He literally just did that with Dark Toons.
So, okay, I didn't, officially stop these. I just kind of got burned out for a little bit, and Chaplin got burned out too. He just jumped in my lap. And I kind of wanted to try a few new things, like the Untitled Review Show, which I'm still doing, but I think I'm only going to do it for bigger movies. I'm not going to do it for, kind of smaller films that come out, mainly so I can do stuff like this again. I just kind of got the second wind going again.
This same point was even brought up in the Review Must Go On video.
You dedicated so much time to our show, making sure there was a new episode every week for over 4.5 years. Maybe you didn't need to stop altogether. Maybe you just needed a break. A chance to take a little time off and come back fresh and new. That ever come into your mind?
That's a good point. Why didn't that thought ever enter his mind? Why did he immediately jump on the must quit forever bandwagon? And that's probably the main issue I have here. There's nothing to suggest that Doug ever stopped for a moment to think things through. One thing I learned when I was doing my creative writing course at university is that the first idea you have isn't always necessarily the best one. And this feels like Doug and Rob just went with the first thought they had. Maybe they had taken time to let things sit for a while, the show might have been better for it. Also, as I implied earlier, the Nostalgia Critic never fully went away, despite Doug's claims that he was done with the character. There were a couple of top 11 lists that were made about his time as the Nostalgia Critic. There was also the live review of Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2 that he once did at a convention.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming out of retirement, the first of probably many times, to review Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2, the Nostalgia Critic.
He even did cameos in other people's videos as the Nostalgia Critic.
I heard you merged with a giant plot hole in space and turned into a Muppet.
Yeah, the Muppet thing comes and goes.
Shouldn't you be busy, like, controlling the universe or something?
Well, I still do that, but it doesn't pay the bills now, does it? I took the Ghost of Christmas Past thing so I can make a living.
My first thoughts about this was, those people were working with Doug at the time, they should have known that he was done with that character. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought about the flip side of the arguments. It's not as if any of them held a gun to Doug's head. He could have said no. Even his own subconscious was crying out for things to go back to the way they were. Doug's decision to bring the Nostalgia Critic back shouldn't have been a surprise to anyone. And with that, this video finally comes to an end. However, I do feel bad about leaving things on such a dour note, so enjoy these funny clips instead.
Goofy Toofy, buy a fucking belt!
I am the world's greatest detective! Ah!
It's Ron Weasley.
What'd I do?
Where's your bourbon? We drank it all? Damn it! Fuck! Hey guys, Doug Walker here. Every time I do a Nostalgia Critic, a lot of people tune in, and I really want to do something good with that. And something I want to try that's kind of new is that I want to give a shout out to certain charities that I think are really worth your attention and really worth your support. So I'm going to do that at the end of every video now. I'm going to give a shout out to some really special charities, preferably ones that I know something about or have had some contact with. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm going to start off with a charity that is very, very special, and they're just... We've seen them work firsthand. They're phenomenal. It's onestepcamp.org. And this is a camp for children who have cancer. Here at this camp, you're just a regular kid, and you can just feel like a regular kid, and we've seen it firsthand because you're not seen as anyone different. You're like any other kid, and all these kids come together and they share so many incredible experiences. And I remember we were there on the last day. There wasn't a dry eye in the house. I mean, it was just seeing all these kids come together, just having fun and hugging each other. I mean, they're saying goodbye, and they're saying goodbye to each other, and it was the most heartwarming thing you've ever seen. I mean, it's just incredible, and these people do such great work. So if you have the time, definitely go check out their website, and check out the wonderful things that they do. We've done charity drives for them before, and we talked to them in person. They're just phenomenal people, and they are definitely worth your time to check out. So if you can, definitely go take a look, show your support, and donate to something that is absolutely wonderful.